You ready?
Welcome back to Between Two Cheeks. I am Stacey Heller. I am joined, as always, by Brooke Kennedy.
Hello.
Tell the people who you are if they have not been paying attention.
I am the owner of Sweet Pea Hair and Skin Lounge located in Issaquah, Washington. I am also a master esthetician, Brazilian sugaring specialist, and oncology trained as well.
I know you're amazed, right? You shouldn't
I'm
be.
amazed. I'm impressed by that.
You should be. It's
She's
amazing.
been there, so I feel even more special.
And here they are, Hoser and Hoserella. And they just couldn't wait for the introduction. You had to just start going. So the party is here.
Because
Yes.
we're the party.
Well, so
Always.
in a previous episode, we had Danielle and we had Sophie. And they were the, young, any port in a storm, whatever, 20-somethings. Now you have what happens when you just don't care anymore, but you do care about what happens here.
Because you got to clean it up.
Yep.
I mean, you care, but you don't care what you say. You're unfiltered.
And you don't care who's looking. I mean, it's for yourself. You have to do it for yourself.
Keep telling me that.
No! Because believe me, no one else is looking down here. I do it for me.
Yep.
I mean, Brooke is every 6 weeks or something.
And that's frightening. Stretching, pulling, tugging.
I'm worried about that part.
I
gotta tell you.
I don't blame you.
I've come up with an invention, though.
What's the invention?
I'll tell you about it offline. I don't want everybody to know.
Is it a pull and tug?
Yes, kind of, actually.
Great.
It's a tuck and tot.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
It's not a rub and pull.
No, that wouldn't be good because you got to pull it up and over and split it out, right? So it's
Sure, that's what she meant.
Yes.
So, Stacey, you are in good company because I believe I've given these two their first Brazilians.
You did.
When you were 18?
No, 50 for me.
56 for me.
And you're here to tell the tale. This makes me feel better.
We
But-
lived. We lived.
Hoserella actually has done at-home waxing for the bikini.
Yes.
So she was able to ladyscape.
Yes.
I just did the full Monty.
Yeah. Yeah. I was completely fine with that. I'm not I don't need deforestation like my best friend over here. I kept everything, slightly coiffed, well kept, maintained, and I thought I was coming in for a little touch-up, cleanup by a professional, and
She booked a bikini wax. So
bikini wax?
I explained to her what I would be doing, and she said, "No, I want it all gone." And I said, "Oh, so you want a Brazilian?" And she goes, "Sure." So then I explained to you what a Brazilian was.
I wished I would have looked up the term ahead of time because I didn't realize it included everything, including the anus.
So Wendy says to me, "Not only do you want to see my fine china, but you want to see my anus too?"
I wasn't prepared for that.
I mean, you only get out the fine china for special people.
Well, exactly. And now Brooke is amongst my special people. She's seen me in so many more positions than I've ever thought. Ever.
Well, and for me, what I was doing is for years, I would, straddle the toilet. I would get out the scissors and go down and just cut. And then when I was 50, I cut the clit. And so that was enough for me.
Oh, that happened.
Oh, that happened. And
Does it bleed a lot?
Yeah, and it's painful. And you start screaming at your husband, who is now thinking of all kinds of things that are not going to happen for a while. Right?
Well, how is it his fault? He's wondering.
But he's not going in because the clit was cut. So I waited, and then I talked to Brooke, and I said, "I think I need to come in. I don't care."
Do you put a Band-Aid?
No,
What
you
do you
just
do?
deal with it. You just deal.
Is it like the tongue? Does it heal fast?
It did heal fast.
It was healed when I saw her.
Yeah, it sucked.
Wow.
That was probably, 3 years
Your
ago?
mom is right over there.
Did we decide that you got your first Brazilian? It was 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, when I turned 50. That
Yes.
happened. And I decided I couldn't do that anymore.
No.
And she's like, sister! So I can't wait to see what Stacey says coming up.
I can't wait. I
you know
want
what?
to listen.
That makes 4 of us. Actually, 6 of us if you include Dave and Stacy.
People would pay to hear
Oh my
it.
God.
I'm telling you, $50 and you can stay out here.
I might pay that.
Well,
There you go.
yeah.
So, I mean, what did you think? I mean, after all the years of doing it yourself, so much easier, so much, but like,
Once I got past the awkwardness, because it was awkward AF, because I had to pull out my rules.
again, the tuck and tot.
Oh, that was so awful. But afterwards, I have to say, it was lovely.
Okay.
It was soft and smooth and lovely. And my husband, when was my first time with you?
It was like a year ago.
A year ago.
Before COVID. Yeah.
My husband has yet to notice.
Okay.
What's that tell you?
But he's happy. He's just happy.
He's yet to notice. We have a full-on like clear shower. I mean, we're showering. I shower. Whatever. He's yet to even notice. And I do it for me, and it is soft and smooth and sweet and clean and neat. And I didn't need like huge deforestation, like a lot. It's definitely a for me type of thing.
I love that.
Yes.
I may or may not have flashed my husband because today,
The
later,
before and after.
yeah, and I was
it's
like,
gone.
and he was like, okay, bye. Have a good day.
Well, you
That's
know-
why you have to keep it in the dark.
No, well, for me, when Brooke is like, here, you need to pull and do this, I'm like, sister, I'm Catholic. We don't touch. What am I doing?
Going to hell.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to hell. You don't touch yourself, which is why you yell for the nuns. Sister.
We're coming out. And then when I'm like, she's like, okay, now we're going to go ahead and we're going to get it in your rear. And I'm like, my rear? There's no hair in my rear. And she's like, yes, everyone has hair. And with Brooke, you get the full definition of what's going on. So, of course, I was like, okay. So then when I got home, I immediately got in my husband's face and I said, is there hair down there? And he's like, well, I don't know what you want me to. It's all good, blah, blah, blah. And that was what it was.
Wow.
Yeah.
Did your husband also give you the sex talk?
We're good.
But give it a Band-Aid after.
Yeah, the clip to stop the bleeding right now.
Wow. I don't even know where to go from here, honestly.
Who would?
Aren't these two so much fun?
Yes. And I'm a little jealous that they could have like a little pre-cocktail and I cannot do the same.
Oh.
We can later.
Yeah.
What are the things that you do the classic take a few ibuprofen beforehand?
No, I just show up.
Of course you do. You're such a badass.
She's a boss.
She is.
Show up. Yeah.
The first time I ever spent time with Hoserella.
Hoserella. No, Hoser.
Hoser.
Yeah, you're Hoserella.
Yeah, know yourself, know thyself.
Usually I do.
Jesus said, know thyself.
I didn't know we could bring so much religion into this.
You'll be screaming Jesus when you get this done. Let me tell you.
Wendy, you were
Merlot.
Hoserella was very quiet.
I was stunned. I was stunned. And then to think that my fine china was being
Dusted.
opened like that. And then my anus. I just wasn't prepared for my anus like that.
Which is worse? Like,
Between the
Actually-
cheeks doesn't hurt.
No.
Actually, the anus is fine. I think the fine china is not as fun
That's
because
the
you
one
have to
that
like
hurts.
pull and ply the
well, and
the chub,
I'm
right? You
not
gotta
gonna
pull the
lie.
chub.
I feel like my hands are gonna slip from the sweat. And
No.
I have a towel.
On the last. You're not even thinking
The
about
draping towel, people. That's why we put it there, so you can wipe your hands.
Really?
that. Oh, I didn't know that. See, we learned something new.
See, you do learn things on between two cheeks. You're
Yeah.
welcome.
The horseshoe of pain is just that, though. What Hoserella is saying. It's
You
the
say the horseshoe of pain?
Horseshoe
Yes.
of pain.
Yep.
Like it just comes like whoop,
Yeah.
around.
And then it's gone.
Yeah.
Right.
Then
Then
you're
it-
good.
It's labia right above that pubic bone. That is the horseshoe of pain.
But it is so worth it because afterwards you just have the smoothest, sweetest little kitty. You're just not gonna believe it. It's it's lovely, and it's all your own, right? You don't have to share that with anybody. It's your own.
You heard it here. What other things do you think that we need to have
Hoser, your husband noticed, right?
He did. And now every time I come here, because I come here a lot to see Brooke, he's like, so what are you getting for me? And I'm like, nothing. Just, make sure there's money in the account and we're good.
Freaking do it for yourself.
Yeah, totally. It is very nice. Well, because, I was coming, doing all the stuff in the 80s, right? That's how old I am. So it was shaving and all of the itching afterwards was horrendous. Mm-hmm. And so when I thought Brooke was going to rip it, that was what I had still in my head, 40 some years later,
right.
That I'm going to be walking around, being very un-Catholic as you can, doing and it didn't happen at all. That was my biggest surprise.
Okay, so that's good to know.
Yeah, and I think the grow out is fine. There's no itching like with shaving. I used to lifeguard, and so I used to shave all the time and had terrible itching and burning and like little red bumps or whatever. I've never had that since I started waxing. Never with Brooke.
Okay. Never. It's good to know.
Yeah.
No, and then all the things you can do too, because like I have some friends who still have it, and they're like, oh, if you get it all taken off, you're going to look like you're prepubescent and all that stuff. I'm like, nah. And now you can like just, oh, I want to strip all the stuff, and she has names for everything. So when she comes in, she's like, what are we going to do today? And I'm like, just take it.
Just
have it.
At this age, if one part of you can look prepubescent, score, right? Because there's no other part that has that option. None.
I may have said
your hands, your feet. There is no option. Obviously, your face, your neck, no boobs. Might as well do something.
I can't decide if I'm feeling better about this or more depressed as this goes on. Now, tell me, you have daughters. So
we do.
Do your daughters know that you do this? Do they do it? Would you encourage it from a young age? Tell me about that.
So I did bring my oldest daughter in just to get her lower leg waxed, and she cried. And when we got in the car, she told me she will never come back. Sorry, Brooke. She's done. But, I don't, I still think we're
was that when she was like 12?
Yeah, she was like 12. So I tortured her. I'm good at that. But so, it's.
So my daughter is similar to myself in that she doesn't need like full on deforestation. If she wanted to do something for herself, like a simple, bush trimming, she probably could. She's not noticed me, and she has seen me. And I don't need a bushwhacker because I am quite lightly
of course
furred.
You are. I know.
I'm lightly furred.
I know you are.
And so is my daughter. She's lightly furred.
She's going to kill you.
I feel like,
but she has seen me and she's not noticed or said anything. So
okay,
there you go.
Because what would she say?
Wow, Mom,
you got a bald china.
You got it cleaned. Good dish soap. I don't know.
Right? Yeah. She'd say you'd have a bald china. What happened to your china?
She would actually.
Yeah. Now, Stacey, I think we have an important question for them. Would you come in and get a service together in the same room, like a back-to-back treatment?
Two of us?
At the same time?
Full on!
No.
Yes!
Sister, I'm not climbing up on all fours on that table. You do not need to see any of that.
I want to see it!
No!
I want to see that! Because I'm so lightly furred.
No.
I want to see that. I want to see that.
So on that note,
I have not commented on my fur.
I think
I know. Well, you have a huge head of hair, so I know it like travels. I would.
This is amazing.
I'm good. I'm good.
So, as I said, you may not have heard over the cackling. Consent is key. It is 2021. So
you have no consent.
So,
come on.
This has been
just you.
A trip.
Just you.
All right. So, really, the point of this episode is that you too can have fun with your friends getting a Brazilian at Sweet Bee and Hair and Skin Lounge. So, if you want to follow along on further adventures, then continue to listen to the podcast. You can also watch the YouTube channel, Between Two Cheeks. Also, you can comment on social media. We're on Instagram, we're on Facebook, and you can go to the website, which is www.betweentwocheeks.com. So if you have any questions or comments, let us know. Would you do this with a friend? Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, don't cut the
I would. Don't cut the clit. Yeah.
I mean, really, that is the takeaway of the episode. So there we go. I think we need a t-shirt, actually.
Oh,
Thank
yes.
you.
That could be part of our merch.
Thank you for the merch idea. So, and thank you to Hoser and Hoserella.
Yes, thank you so much, ladies. I appreciate you very much.
I will say your after products really do work. I mean,
Oh, good.
I'm sorry,
you.
I forgot that we were here for you. But your after products really do work, and they're so helpful.
Thank you.
I've never
Good.
once had like rumply bumplies, ingrown hairs.
And you can find them on the website.
Good.
All right. Well, on that note, wave to the camera.
Bye. Peace out. Come
Thank you.
Bye.